What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about Takeover and Diamond Shoes in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, do want to apologize. Yesterday, I put out a video that was incorrect, okay? And I'll be man enough to own up to it. I thought I understood how takeovers and diamond shoes worked, and honestly, it's why none of my cards had diamond shoes. With that being said, diamond shoes and takeovers aren't nearly as overpowered as they have been in the past. In the past, if you had a diamond shoe on a card, you could basically choose the stats that were upgraded, like +5, and it was really good to have diamond shoes on each and every player. Now, diamond shoes aren't quite as important, but are they worth putting on your players? Let's talk about it. So, I've got some screenshots here that I want to go through and show you guys to basically talk exactly about how they work. So you guys can see my Tracy McGrady here in this picture. He's got about half of his takeover, and you guys can see right now I have a +7 on Tracy McGrady. I got +7 perimeter, +7 steal on the card for the takeover boost. So you got to combine a diamond shoe with takeover. I'll explain it in a little bit. But as he gets halfway to takeover, his perimeter goes up to a 93 and his steal goes up to an 86. So 93, 86, you guys can see that's basically +6. And on the perimeter defense, on the steal, it is what, +4? So, I mean, look, it's not like you, initially I thought you had to have takeover for people to get attribute boost. No, as long as they get like halfway towards takeover, you're going to see their attributes get boosted, which is super important, especially if you have a little momentum going to run. You want your guys to get closer to takeover. So what do I recommend? Well, here's what I would recommend as far as diamond shoes. Again, I was incorrect on this yesterday, so I do want to apologize. But if you have a player that's going to be on your squad for a while, you might want to put a diamond shoe on the card. So like a Chase McGrady. If you have Chase McGrady, you might want to put a diamond shoe on the card. I actually might even replace the diamond shoe I have on my Chase McGrady, because I'd rather, instead of having one with perimeter and steal, which is fine, I'd rather have one with like speed and 3-ball, and that's just kind of my mindset with it. So maybe with Chase McGrady, I create an Adidas shoe. I'll go here, how to do it. You go into the shoe lab, you create an Adidas shoe, which is what I'm going to do. And then you find what you want to put on the card. So like satellite would be good on Tracy McGrady. And you can scroll through all of these things and see what ones you personally like the most. I wouldn't just look at the gold ones, because even in the bronze section, like Make It Rain has 3-ball, midi, and speed all +7. You want to know what else does? Same thing as satellite, midi, 3-ball, and speed +7. That's literally the exact same shoe. Now, what I don't know for sure on is whether or not this boosts as quickly, as fast. So that's maybe the other side of it, is maybe, I guess, this, and this says extend your shooting ability well beyond the 3-point line. Whereas this one says, enhances standstill perimeter shooting and boosts ability to get open. So I don't know, man. At that point, I still don't know exactly what it means. I guess that's when you do get takeover, what it does. So your attributes are going to get boosted, and then when you get takeover, this is going to enhance standstill perimeter shooting and boost ability to get open. So that's when you get takeover, I believe, what happens. And then this, I guess, is going to extend your shooting ability well behind the 3-point line, I believe, when you get takeover. No, those attributes will get boosted on the way, and you might, I guess, get improved shooting ability behind the 3-point line. I guess that's something I might need to try out. But this is one I really do like as far as a satellite, and so I'm going to apply that to Tracy McGrady and overwrite his current shoe, which I don't mind his current shoe. But if, I'm being honest, I do want one that's going to boost 3-ball, that is going to boost that speed as much as anything. So even for a guy like Victor Oladipo, I could apply a shoe because he's going to be on my squad for a while. What I would try to do, guys, what shoes, it doesn't matter. Like, you could put whatever shoes on the card you want. What really matters are the different takeovers. And so what you need to do, or what I would recommend, is going in here into the auction house and just looking, what are the takeovers that I maybe don't have that I could want more, and then look at all these things, see what they do, see if you personally like them and what they do. Like this one has higher efficiency in getting on ball and pass steals. So I don't know, again, if that works as you're getting takeover or only after you get takeover. This one, ankle taker, enhances ability to drive by defenders, making it easy to get to the rim. Like, you guys can go through and look at all of these things, see what you personally like the most. Chef, I know, is a good one as well. Boosts midi, 3-ball, and ball handle. And you guys can see extend your shooting ability well behind the 3-point line. So when you get takeover, that is going to help. This looks like a really good takeover as well. But my thing is this: if these only work, like if the description, like the Stonewalls ball handlers, only works when you get takeover, I really wouldn't worry a whole ton about that, because it is so hard to get takeover in the game. Like, even to get half that takeover bar, it is really hard to do. So I am going to say, for the average player, guys, takeover and diamond shoes aren't going to be that important. I will hold true to that, because takeover is, again, very, very, very hard to get. And unless you're playing like domination and you're crushing your opponent, it's in my opinion really not worth a whole ton. So that's still true to this day. And what I do believe about these takeover boosts, I do not believe that they are nearly as important as they were last year, or as valuable as a lot of people think they are. But at the end of the day, if you do have a card that is going to be around for a while, it still might be worth your time to put this takeover boost on the card. So I guess that's where I'm at with these takeover boosts, with everything. To me, it's, again, not as important as it has been in the past, but it still is important, especially if you do want to compete in like King of the Court. It is probably important to have diamond shoes on your cards. For a guy like James Posey, I'd look for like a 3-and-D type boost. So something maybe with speed, something maybe with 3-ball, something maybe with, defense, something like that. And again, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but that's just what I am personally looking for the card. So again, scroll through, see what you personally like. Maybe this one would be a perfect one for James Posey, because if he does get takeover, it's good. It enhances standstill perimeter shooting. So if he does get takeover, that'd be absolutely perfect. This one would be really good for him as well. 3-and-D would be perfect for James Posey. But just look, see if any of these are things you personally want to give your specific card. But I would be careful with these, because a lot of these things do sell for a decent amount in the auction house. And if you can, like, even if you can, I would try to maybe sell these before anything, because this is not, in my opinion, I guess for $250 I'd get it, but for the average person, like, I don't know how valuable these are. I am guessing that the gold ones somehow like work better than the bronze ones. It's just kind of still up in the air for me, and I'll have to do some more trial and error type things. But for me with Tracy McGrady, what I have noticed is, again, his stats do boost. You guys can see it when we go in here. Like, these stat boosts are important. And this, all this was in a breakout game. I played breakout, and after 12 points, he was like halfway to takeover. I was trying to ensure I basically did everything for Tracy McGrady. So you guys can see here, was about halfway to takeover, a little less, and you started to see those attributes go way up. So initially, I did think takeover was basically useless. I thought diamond shoes were basically useless as well. I still would be careful spending a bunch of coins, a bunch of MT on them, but I would mess around with them yourselves, especially with the bronze shoe boost. See if they do work as well as the gold ones, because that's something that I'm still unsure of. Like, they say the same stats, they basically say the same descriptions. Are bronze ones just slower? Do they just not as do your stats not go up as much until you get takeover? Because that's one thing. Like, T-Mac basically saw almost a +6 perimeter, and he was only halfway to takeover. So that's something that I'm kind of wondering in the back of my mind. If I put a gold one on him, are his stats going to get boosted that little bit quicker? I don't know. Again, something that I'm going to continue to try out. I do apologize if you did see my video yesterday and I was incorrect on some things. Did have to try it out. So shout out to everybody in the comment section. It's like, Ty, you're not right on this. Like, they are still not as important as they were before, but they can be useful. So that is, something to keep in the back of your minds. Do I recommend applying shoes? Do I recommend applying abilities or takeovers? No. I still do not think they're worth it, unless you are really good at the game and get takeover quite often. MT is more important than it right now. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.